slightly helpful pitches, he's a terror. Jadeja and Ashwin have done as good a job as Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh did for India. I think this art of spin bowling is dying because of this shorter format. So I think he needs to really go and play on scuffed up pitches, rough pitches.
Ravichandran Ashwin and Chepauk is a match made in heaven. But despite the spinner being one of the ambassadors to the game, the art of spin bowling is a dying form of art. In this session on Republic World, we have with us none other than a former India cricketer, a homegrown spin wizard, Maninder Singh, joining us at this point of time. And we are going to ask him a few tough questions about Virat Kohli's struggles against spin, the dying form of spin bowling, which is so beautiful. In this session, we are going to ask him all about that. So let's get started. Ravichandran Ashwin, what can you say about him? He's vintage. He's probably getting better with age. And so I want to ask you, at the age of 38, what makes Ashwin tick?
I think he's mentally very smart, he's mentally very strong, and he does know that he's coming towards the business end of his career. So he started working harder, I feel, because, he's even playing TNPL, which a lot of cricketers probably might not play, would not play. But he knows that the more he plays, the better he gets, and that is what he does. He bowls a lot in the nets. That is what I've come to know. And, seeing him back in the Chepauk Test match, I think that was tremendous. He's really worked on his batting because he realizes that he'll have to contribute with the bat consistently so that he gets a place in the Indian side even when he goes abroad. So, when I say mentally very smart, this is what smartness is all about. And that hunger to play test match cricket is amazing. So I'm amazed with R. Ashwin, and I'm a great fan of his, actually, for the way he goes about his cricket, gets a slight opportunity, slightly helpful pitches. He's a terror. So, he knows what to do on what kind of pitches. And I've always maintained for the past 15 years that on a foreign tour, when he went for the first tour to Australia, where, Maninder Singh Dhoni was his captain, R. Ashwin comes back and gives an interview that my job was to restrict. Now, that is the wrong feeling that he got on his first trip abroad, especially on pitches like in Australia, where there's a lot of bounce, the spinners can extract a lot of bounce, so I think that needed to be changed straight away after that tour when he gave that interview, but it never happened. And that is why, what happens when he goes abroad, he gets dropped when it's, a chance for just one spinner to be played. Jadeja is preferred over Ashwin, but I think Ashwin had the class. He's got that class. He still has that class that he can get wickets on good tracks as well. It's just that belief was made missing out of him from his first tour, and nobody ever worked on it.
I know it's unfair to compare, but I will have to do it. You think the combination of Jadeja and Ashwin is better than the combination of Kumble and Harbhajan?
See, to be very honest, I don't really believe in comparisons because Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh did a tremendous job for India. I mean, getting more than 1,000 wickets in Test match cricket is something great. Here it's Ashwin and Jadeja, who've done kind of the same job, but probably they got the wickets that were more helpful than what Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh got. So, the times are different, the era is different. So, it's difficult to compare, but I think, Jadeja and Ashwin have done as good a job as Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh did for India. And hats off to them. They really complement each other. And, that is what I always believe in, that as two spinners or two fast bowlers, when they work in tandem, they complement each other, and these two have done it brilliantly.
You see the art of spin bowling is dying. Very few countries actually have specialist spinners in their ranks. Any specific reason for this?
I think it's T20 cricket, and now they've started playing T10 cricket as well, and that is why you see this art of spin bowling really dying. There's more leg spinners who are coming into play because of T20 cricket and T10 cricket, but they're only limited to T20 and T10. I'm really surprised that we don't see leg spinners, too many leg spinners playing Test match cricket, and not too many want to play, like, Zampa. I've heard that he's happy with playing white ball cricket, even though I believe he's such a good leg spin bowler. So I think this art of spin bowling is dying because of this shorter format. because boys are preferring the shorter format. It's like ordering a burger and getting it in 2 minutes. So they're happy with it because there's a lot of money involved in it. They don't want to take the pressure of playing for cricket for 5 days, because the fitness levels have to be different. If you need to play 5 day cricket, you've got to bowl a number of overs, you've got to bowl 40, 50 overs. So I don't think anybody really wants to do that. Times have changed, and these are the kind of reasons I feel the art of spin bowling is dying.
Kohli has recently struggled against spin. Any specific reason for that? And what would your suggestion be to Virat Kohli?
I'm a little surprised. The batsman of his caliber has been missing out some trick in the trade, because it's not only left-arm spinners. He's struggled against the leg spin bowlers as well. He's struggled against the off spinners as well, and that surprises me because he's such a great batter. I thought that he would have, figured out what was wrong and why wasn't he doing too well against spin bowling, because he's such a brilliant player against fast bowling. So I think he needs to really go and play on scuffed up pitches, rough pitches, like what Sachin Tendulkar did. I think it was 1998 against Australia. He was in Chennai before the test match. He was there 5 days before the test match. He was making he had L. Shiva Ramakrishnan. He made a rough outside the leg stump, bowling him around the wicket, and he mastered it. And then the way he mastered batting against Shane Warne in that test match, and won us a test match, scoring that century in the second innings. I think Virat Kohli needs to do something like that when he's got off time. I mean, he works on his fitness a lot. This is some area I feel that if he starts batting on scuffed up pitches, he would really know what to do against spinners. Because seeing such a great batter struggling against spinners, it doesn't augur too well. And I'm a great fan of Virat Kohli, so I would really like him to start doing things like that. Start practicing batting against spinners on bad tracks when he's practicing, so that when he gets those kind of tracks in the matches, he doesn't struggle.
Okay, one final question. Jadeja, Ashwin or Kuldeep? If you had to just field one spinner in your playing 11 for the BGT, who would that be?
See, as of now, I think, Indians, when they go abroad, they're looking for a spinner who could give them some runs as well. So it would be between Ashwin and Jadeja. It will be one of them. I don't think they're going to consider anybody else, but I would, to be very honest, knowing Gautam Gambhir, you could see Kuldeep Yadav playing there, because he's a different breed. The Australians haven't played that kind of a bowler for quite some time now, and you don't get a lot of them in world cricket. So they could struggle, and on Australian pitches, the way Kuldeep Yadav bowls, he's going to get a lot of bounce because he started putting his body behind the ball. You never know. It might not be Ashwin, it might not be Jadeja, it could be Kuldeep Yadav. And as far as I know, Gautam Gambhir, the coach, when he was the captain also, he believed in having 5 bowlers. So it could be 3 seamers and 2 spinners. And one of the spinners could be Kuldeep Yadav along with either R. Ashwin or Jadeja.
So yes, Maninder was as candid as he could be. He tried to explain us the reason behind Virat Kohli's struggles against spin and Ashwin and the art of spin bowling. Guys, thank you so much for joining us in this session on Our Sport Fit. Stay tuned to this channel for all the latest across sports. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ankit.